Hello everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you in today's segment student. Today we will cover the two important topics. First is adding manure and fertilizers and second is irrigation. So first we will discuss about the fertilizers and manure. Now what are the fertilizers students? Fertilizers are the chemical substances that are prepared in the industries and manures are the biodegradable waste that are prepared in the fields. And manures are prepared by the compost student, by the compost or by the decomposers. That's why manure is also known as compost. If we speak about the fertilizer, if we differentiate them, then we can say that the fertilizers are the man-made chemical substances and manure are the natural chemical substances. Fertilizers are inorganic in nature. They are inorganic because they contain very less amount of the carbon in them, or they contain the negligible amount of carbon. But manure are the organic substances because they contain carbon in them, or they contain the carbon compound. That's why they are known as organic. They are organic in nature. And the farming or the agriculture that is done with the help of the manure or the biochemical substances or biopesticides, then that farming is known as organic farming. So we can say that the manures are organic in nature, but fertilizers are inorganic in nature. Next is fertilizers does not provide humus to the soil, but manure provide the humus. And as you know that what is humus? Humus is the topmost layer of the soil that contains the more and more nutrient in them. So fertilizers does not provide humus, but manure provide the humus to the soil. Now fertilizers provide mainly nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium to the soil, but manure provides all the nutrients to the soil. All the nutrients are provided by the manure. That's why we can say that the manure are the more beneficial than fertilizers to grow the crops. And there are many other importance of the manure student. That's why the farmers should use more and more manure in their field. In the ancient time, generally the farmers used only the manure, and with the help of that manure they got the good crops. Now what is the benefit of the manure student? It provides humus to the soil. It provides the humus. And next important student, manure makes the soil porous, and due to making the soil porous, it increases the water percolation rate or water absorption rate. It increased because it makes the soil porous student. And it also improves the texture of the soil because it provides more and more nutrient to the soil, from which we get the good crops. Next is it increases the water holding capacity, means more water can be held if the soil have the manure. So increases the water holding capacity. Next, the most important characteristic of the manure student, that's why we should use the manure in the field. It increases the microbes, means agricultural friendly microbes can be increased by using the manure student, because manure contains the beneficial microbes student. Can you tell me the name of the beneficial microbes? Yes, Azotobacter, Nitrobacter, Rhizobium. What are they? They are the agriculture beneficial bacteria or microbes. So they increases the microbes, means the manure increases the microbe student. So that's why the farmers should use the manure in their field to grow their crop student. So now we come on the next topic, that is irrigation. So now we start student irrigation. irrigation. It is the most important step of the agriculture student from which the water is provided to the crops. And as you know that the water is the most important constituent that is essential for the living organism to do the biochemical reactions. Means the plants make their food with the help of water. And the process that is involved in this, I have told you about that process, it is photosynthesis. If the water is not provided to the plants, then they can't do the photosynthesis. They do the photosynthesis with the help of water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide they take from the environment, but water they take from the fields or from the soil they take. And for this, they have the particular tissue in them, and that tissue is known as xylem tissue, student. And with the help of that xylem, water and mineral is transported inside the plants. And if we don't provide the water to the plant, then the plants can't grow, student. Like if we don't provide, then they can't make the food, and all the biochemical activities that are going on inside the plants, those all biochemical activities can be stopped if we don't provide the water. So water is essential for the plant for the survival. So the farmer should provide the water to the crops with the help of irrigation. Now what is the proper definition of the irrigation? It is the process in which the water is supplied to the crop in different intervals. Now how is it provided? It is provided with the help of the different sources. And what is the main source of the irrigation? The main source of the irrigation is rain. And with the rain, there are the other sources like the wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, tanks, canals. These are the other resources from which the farmers can provide the water to their crops. Now in our area, mainly the water is provided to the crops with the help of which source? Tell me, student. Which source of irrigation water is provided? Tell me. It is canal, student. Canal is the main source of water in our area from which the water is provided to the crops with the help of farmers. Now we come on the methods of irrigation. There are different methods of the irrigation, students. Some are our ancient methods. Means these methods were used by our ancestors in the old times or in the ancient time. And these methods are known as traditional methods. In the traditional methods, there are some machines are used like moat traditional method. It is the method of the irrigation, student, in which the pulley is used, and in this the source of irrigation that is used, it is wells. So from the wells water is drawn with the help of pulley, and by using the pulley the water is removed from the well, and that water is used for the irrigation, and this system is known as moat system. Next is chain pump. In this there is one chain is used to remove the water from the well, and this method is also used for the irrigation, and this is known as chain pump. Next is dhekli. In the dhekli, student, one wooden stick is bound with the big stone, and that big stone is used to remove the water from the well, and this system is known as dhekli system. It is also the traditional method. Rahat is another traditional method of the irrigation, student, in which the blocks or the oaks are used to remove the water from the well. And in this, student, one lever, means one big size wooden stick is used. That wooden stick is tied with the ox, and with the help of the ox or bull, the water is removed from the well, and this system is known as Rahat system. So these are the some traditional methods that were used or that are using now also by the farmers or the small scale farmers. These methods are used to irrigate their field, student. Now we come on the modern method of irrigation. Modern method of irrigation is the method, student, in which the water is used judiciously or sustainably by the farmers, and with the help of the small amount of water, a large area of the field is irrigated. And in this, there are the two methods are used: sprinkler system and the drip irrigation. And this method is used generally in the desert or in our Rajasthan. First is the sprinkler system. In this, some water pumps are used, and those water pumps are connected with the nozzles, and that nozzles sprinkled the water in the field, and with the help of that, the more area is covered, and this system is known as sprinkler system. Next is the drip system, student. In this, the big water pipes, large water pipes are connected with the small pipes, and those small pipes supply the water to the crops drip by drip, and that's why this system is known as drip system. And those small pipes are directly attached near to the root of the plants, and this system is known as drip system. So these are the modern method of irrigation. Their diagrams are given in your book. You try to draw them and try to learn them, and you will also draw those diagrams in your notebook. Now it is about the irrigation and the manure and the fertilizers. You will try to cover all these topics. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.